Stupid, stupid. You're so stupid. You shouldn't have done that. You're so... Oh, hello, Mother. I'm just in the living room, just doing some homework. I have a bunch due. I think I'm gonna go upstairs. Well, it was okay, I guess. Nothing great. Sorry? Why is my face bruised? It's nothing, I promise. I just fell during gym class, you know, those pesky laps. It's fine, though, I'm fine. Well, some grade 9 punched me in school today, and it's fine, though. He said that I was a stupid loser who couldn't read and smelled and was... You don't want to like that. He said that I had no friends, and... Well, he doesn't matter. Whatever. I have my friends. Where were my friends? They were right there with me. Some of them were even there and tried to help. Not all, but some. Why don't you ever believe me? I'll tell you exactly what they said or what I heard them say later. We'll start with Phoebe. She's really nice, and I know you know her. I talk about her all the time.
Dang it, I should have done something instead of staring like a fool. You were always told that the bystander is just as bad as the bully. So, yeah, I suck. I saw someone get punched in the face, and I just sat there like a fool. I said that. Why am I apologizing? I'm literally by myself. Anyways, I just sat there doing nothing. I could have done something like said, hey, stop, or done something a little less brave, like ran and got the teacher, but no, I just sat there doing nothing. Why do I do that? It is so annoying. It's like my brain is fighting itself. Like one part of my brain is like, yeah, go do something, or you'll regret it, while the other half is like, hell no. It's like my brain goes through every possible bad scenario, and never any good ones. Sometimes the scenarios that could like never happen. Like, I run and get the teacher, but I trip on a banana peel, and then everyone laughs at me. I mean, that always happens in cartoons, right? So it'll definitely happen to me. Or, better yet, some magic quicksand appears out of nowhere and I start getting pulled to the ground. Okay, well, that actually isn't one of my fears, but I do have a lot, and I'm like always getting many more, because really there's so much to be afraid of. It's kind of like I'm starting a collection or something. I could hold the record for girl with most fears. I could have a catchline like, I don't know, don't put me on the spot. I just get so in my head. It's like my brain seems to treat everything like it's life or death. I have this theory that back in the old days, like caveman era, everything was life or death. And now, our brain hasn't been able to adapt quick enough. So now when we have the tiniest little problem, our brain goes 0 to 100, and there's no in between. Well, I mean, at least that's what it's like for me. I can't go into other people's brains, so I don't know if they feel the same. School is dumb. I mean, you just have to sit there all day and mask the fact that you're bored out of your mind. I mean, I'm really good at it. Maybe I should start an acting career when I become a star, and people ask me how I got famous. I'll be like, yeah, so my math teacher was teaching calculus, and then she looked at me and I'd smile and nod at her like I knew what she was talking about when I suddenly did not know what she was talking about. So yeah, that's when I knew I was born to become a professional liar. I really should have done something, shouldn't I? I mean, I feel like I let everyone down. I mean, I certainly let the kid who got punched down. He isn't in my class. I usually go to the class next door for lunch, as that is where Alice is, but she was in the bathroom when the punch happened, so I didn't even have anyone to share awkward and confused glances with. The kid who got punched, I think his name is Robert, but I'm not sure. You might think I have a big ego or something since I can't remember the name of a kid in my class, but I like to keep to myself. I like to blend in and not be noticed by anyone. My inner monologue is too loud to allow me to hear the voices of the kids who wander the hall, as you can tell. Anyways, I guess my day was pretty eventful. I mean, more memorable than the other days that seem to blend into one after a while, like you're living the same day over and over and over again and slowly getting it. Life, I mean, not getting punched in the face. No, I'm sure that is not fun. No, that definitely is not fun.
And there's also my good friend Josh. He's really chill. Maybe a bit too chill. He just sort of lets life take him where it takes him. I don't know, we're worried about him. He says he's fine, but I don't know. He wasn't there when I got punched, but what could he have done?
Hello, is this about... So I assume you know what happened. I saw my friend getting hurt and I really wanted to, help him out. But I didn't. Nothing I ever do means anything anyways. People just look at me like a joke, and I see myself as a joke as well. Man, I'm so useless sometimes. No. Sometimes I just wish that I could disappear, Like just dissolve into 1,000 pieces and float away on the wind. Just evaporating. That seems nice to me. But I still like being here in some way, of course. Man, I don't know. Some mornings it's too hard to get out of bed. It feels like I have one of those heavy blankets on me, that's supposed to comfort me and keep me warm, but it's just suffocating. It's too hard to stand. It's too hard to brush my teeth. It's too hard to even eat breakfast. I don't know. It comes and goes. It's not always like this. Make me feel better. But, to be honest, my mom doesn't know anything about me. She still sees me like the kid I was before this dark rain cloud showed up. Sometimes she thinks I'm a bit dramatic. But she always tells me that things are gonna be alright. But things can't be alright. I'm only 14 and I know things are bad. I just see the worst things on social media, and I know things are getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and I hate it. I just hate it so much. But she's my mom, and she knows best, right? I just started taking these pills, and my mom said that they'd stop making me feel sad. In the beginning, they weren't really working, but after a little bit and talking to someone, I feel like they're working. I haven't felt like this in a while. There's all of a sudden like a light at the end of the tunnel. I could do things again. Things I haven't wanted to do in months. Play some video games, FaceTime my friends, go for a walk in the park. Man, I really hope I continue feeling like that. But I have to hide them though. I don't want anyone to know I have to take them. I don't want to be like Robbie. But my mom says I shouldn't be ashamed of them. Man, I don't know. No, my mom says that things can only get better, and I hope she's right. Maybe then I'll actually be able to do something when my friends get hurt. I don't like seeing my friends get hurt, I really wanted to help them too. It's just that I kept thinking, I'm no one. I can't do anything. I'm useless. Things will get better, right? But what if things don't get better? Man, I don't want to think about this anymore. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to Robbie, but I really hope it's going to be okay. I just wish I did more.
Oh, and there's also my good friend Lavender. She's a lot older than me, like grade 12, and always gives really good advice. Sometimes she gets a bit serious, though. She says because she reads a dude named Poe and some named Shelley. Well, here's what she said, and you can tell me what you think.
I imagine you've come to me for counsel about your classmates. Or maybe we could tentatively call them friends. Well, I could not care less. And you shouldn't care. Really. Well, don't you seek to be freed from this cursed bind of friendship? Then listen and consider this. Why can't we walk our own parallel paths? Why must they cross? Why must we get into the way of one another? People exist only to hurt you, and you them. It's an endless cycle of suffering. We are shards of a broken mirror that cannot be repaired. Those who try to piece it back together only cut themselves. It is best to leave this mess unheeded. I know what you've been thinking. You want to have friends. No, you think you want to have friends. I understand that. And so did I. Once. Do you know what friends really are? They're a burden on you. An unworthy investment. Intruders, traitors, self-centered fools. Something of that ilk. It is always the people with whom you're on the same boat that make you walk the plank. They lead you into dangerous rapids, and as you choke and struggle in the currents, they'll stand there, watching, indifferent. My sister died because of me. No, it was them. They bore her. They bore me away from her. They cast a curse upon you. In that moment, you fall down an endless whirlpool of fear, with the eyes upon you, only you down into them, into a realm that is wholly their own, where their perception overrides your reality. The world seemed to be made out of glitter that won't hold together. The trees, the sun, the river, the distant buildings. You're all collapsing and dissipating into shapeless, lurid colors. And before you realize, to take you away with them. Away from the splashing water behind you. Away from the cries you couldn't hear. And when you return, you realize that as damnation for what they've done, you'll never see her again. Of all people, she who is more dear to you than all of them combined. She who you have loved as you never have before and never will again. And you think Your misery may at least earn you some pity, that perhaps they'll share your hurt. And why, indeed, they will. They'll laugh. They'll laugh until the distorted faces become sore and weary. And you poor thing, swallowed by the raging waters. Your vision blurred as you look up at them. You'd think they were weeping for you. Truly, I admire faith in people. But haven't you had enough? Such is the face of friendship under its deceptive mask. I came to this realization then. It is now time for you two to forsake your imagination for reality. Before they torment you as they did me. Or worse, before you meet the same end as she. Take my words or leave it. I don't care. Run. Run. Get yourself away from me. How could you trust me? How could you trust somebody so incapable of love? I've been a terrible sister. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't because it hurts. It hurts.
Dark, huh? I think I know what she was getting at, but I miss her sister. Remember her? She was on the basketball, volleyball, or was it the soccer team? I don't know. Oh, there's also my good friend Terrence. He's so cool and awesome. He's probably the wildest of all my friends. He wasn't there when it happened, but I know he would have helped.
Yo, did you see it? Did you see Robbie get punched? He was so cool. I wish I was in a fight before. I'd never been in a fight. I was hanging out in the library and a bunch of others were. I have to spend every lunch in the library. My parents suck. They want me to work on my reading skills. Who needs reading skills? Who cares if sometimes I mix up my letters? It doesn't matter. It isn't the most important thing. Hey, have you seen the new Marvel movie? That action sequence to the end was so awesome. Like the coolest thing in cinematic history. I wonder how they did that fight. Robbie apparently had a really bad black eye. I wish I was in a fight. I've never been in a fight before. I don't like violence, but I've done karate for like 10 years, so I could totally take anyone. My parents warned me when I was young. They said because I squirmed and was uncontrollable. They sent me off to karate class. I'm almost a black belt. I could have totally taken those dudes. Poor Robbie. He's nice, but kind of a wuss. Well, not kind of. He's a total wuss. What if I was a superhero? I'd be the incredibly fast bounce boy. That's a bad name. Sounds like all I do is bounce around avoiding people. Dude, I hate the library. It's the worst place in the whole school. But I need to, read better. Apparently I'm like 4 grades behind, but I don't care. I'm really smart. I think I'll become a doctor, or a lawyer, or a bouncer, or I don't know. All I know is that Robbie got punched and didn't stand up for himself. If I was there, I would have totally kicked those guys' butts. But instead I had to be in this stupid library reading this stupid book. And all I want to do is be a karate master. That's a joke. I don't actually want to be a karate master. I just want to finish school and get out into the real world. School sucks, Everyone thinks I'm an idiot, but I'm not. Hey, have you seen me in the gym? I'm the fastest runner in my grade. When I like things, I do them. I do them great. Hey, I should go check on Robbie.
And he did. He really cheered me up. Isn't he awesome? Like so freaking awesome. And there's Mark. I don't know if I should consider Mark a friend, but he's around. He just gets so overwhelming and just focuses on all these stupid details like, who cares? Probably the Prime Minister one day. So he tells us to keep him on his good side. He wasn't super sympathetic about the whole getting in a fight thing, so he said,
I don't have time for this, Robert. I really don't. Why does no one see the obvious problems here? I mean, is everyone just so stupid? I mean, the whole situation. Such a disaster. A disaster, you get me? A totally and absolute disaster. So what? What do you mean, so what? Robert, I'm in crisis right now. And you ask, so what? What do you even mean by so what? Because of your little situation. Everyone throws all the routine way out the window. Way out the window. I mean, how could you do this to me, Robert? Are you that jealous of me? I try to help you, Robert. I really do. But you go and betray me like this? Like, come on. Just come on. Jay's birthday is on Thursday. So I'm having a party for him. You remember Jay, right? Jay, the nicest kid in our grade. It's going to be great. Or at least it was going to be good until I invited you, Robert. And you. He likes red. So, I got him red balloons. Personally, I think red is a bit childish. But the party wasn't for me, it was for him. So, I got him red balloons. So many. I spent hours making sure that each of the balloons were the right shape and size. 12.5 centimeters across. You blow 9 breaths. 2.5 seconds each, plus 3 seconds to breathe in. When I went to the store, the dude said he could blow them up for me. But I took one look at him and knew he didn't have the capacity to blow up the balloons to my strictest instructions. Some people just don't get it. The balloons are arranged in the center room of my house. I have a big house. My dad is a lawyer, and my mom is a doctor, so we have a nice house. I'd invite you over sometime, but no. I don't invite people that ruin my party. I'm Jay's party. Stop it. You keep distracting me. Where was I? Balloons. It took hours to arrange them properly, but I had to make my party right. It needs to be perfect. It is perfect. I am perfect. I need to be perfect. Everyone got an invite. Everyone. Terrence and Alice, Josh and Lavender, and it was going to be perfect until you got into that stupid fight. Now, no one is going to be talking about my gifts, or my balloons, or my sweets. All they will be talking about is you, and your fight, and your injury, and how cool you are. And no one will care about my party. There's going to be cake and ice cream. And I organized for all the guests to bring gifts and sweets, to make it as festive as possible. You RSVP'd, right? I have a chart somewhere if you want to see.
Then there's Alice. She's just so pretty and so funny, and I know you know her. We've been friends the longest, but she only sees me as a friend. Oh, wait, I don't want to talk to you about this. She wasn't there when it happened, but I wonder what she was doing.
Damn it. No. I can't eat that. You've put on enough weight already, and the more you eat, the more you'll gain, and the more you'll gain, the more people will judge you. God, I'm so disgusted. No, stop thinking about it. Stop trying to pity yourself. If you eat that, everyone will know. They said it themselves, you can't keep eating this much. Look around you. Look at everyone around you. I bet they're judging you. They're judging you right now, and you can't do anything about it. You idiot! You ate 946 calories yesterday. You're so incompetent that you couldn't even keep a single rule. 900 a day is the maximum, and you couldn't even do that. God, you're so useless. Okay, if I eat this now and I don't eat anything else today, I can probably stay under the mat. God, this is too complicated. You know what? No, never mind. I'm not going to deal with this. Pardon? What about Robbie? Thank you.
See? Don't you see? Just because that jerk of grade 9 bullies me, doesn't matter. I have my friends. Yeah, they could totally come over next week. I'll send them all a text later. Hey, what's for dinner? Awesome. When's dinner? An hour? Okay. I'm gonna go upstairs. I have a bunch to do. Okay, you guys can come out now. Mark, I'm sorry to ruin the party. But did you hear what my mom said? She said we could have one. Lavender, I need some help with my homework. We're studying a poem and I don't get it. Phoebe, don't be scared. Come out. Josh, don't be so blue. I could get us money for lunch. Terrence, hey, wanna play some video games? I'll beat you, yeah. I'll try and beat you. And Alice, I feel like your hair that way. Do you wanna maybe go for furrow sometime? Yeah, you guys could all come too. You guys are the best friends a guy could have.